the West, no, the two games the road team won. Late last night, the Kings over the Oilers, 4-3. Philip Dano scoring with about 5 minutes left. And the Blues shutting out the Minnesota Wild 4-0 in St. Paul. David Perron with 3 goals and an assist for St. Louis's 4 goals. So, like I said, the Stanley Cup playoffs began last night. In the East, home ice prevailed in a feisty game early. The Carolina Hurricanes over the Boston Bruins 5-1. And in Toronto, the Maple Leafs, looking to get out of the first round for the first time since, I think, electricity, defeated Tampa 5-0. Austin Matthews with 2 goals, and the Leafs looked really, really good.
And Stoney, they're apparently going to have to defeat electricity to do it.
That's exactly correct. I like lightning bolts. Now, it's no secret. I think myself and Caputo, and actually Rieger too, are part of the anyone but Canada, lobby around here.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with, Canada's a country. Like, I love Team Canada when they play in international competition against anybody but the United States. It's just, I just find it very humorous that the country with the most arrogant, we know more about you hockey fans have not won a Stanley Cup since 1993. I just find that very humorous. And the Maple Leafs are the Detroit Lions of the National Hockey League.
I think we discussed that.
They have not won since 1967. But they've won a few.
They've still got a decade to go before they reach the line.
Yes, they do. And it's just, I don't know, for some reason, this anti-Canada feeling for me is just humorous. I don't want them to win the Stanley Cup. And I don't know, so when you look at this, is there a team out there, like, I don't hate the Maple Leafs. In fact, if they wore, I don't know, a blue note or a, Kraken, crest on their sweater, as they say, they're really fun to watch.
Well, then
besides
Kraken.
Matthews and Marner and, Tavares, they're really, really good. I mean, Nylander, they're just great. Bunting, they're really a good, fun team to watch. But it's the arrogance of the fans, It's just, we think we discovered everything in the world of hockey. You guys, south of the border, in most cases, don't know.
Yeah. Well, for me, that same team is the Lakers. And what's ironic is I married a girl from Southern California, and her family are big Lakers fans.
They should be loving this winning time show.
Actually, they don't. They think it's kind of silly. But just because of the way they're doing it. Anyway, it probably for the same reasons. Like, some of it probably goes back to, and I like Magic Johnson. I like Kareem, like Shaquille. I like Kobe. I just don't like the Lakers. I mean, the individuals I don't have a problem with, but it's the whole...
The aura of the Lakers?
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson sitting in the front row.
The whole deal. It's the arrogance. It's the aura. And it probably goes back to the Bad Boys and all of that. But it's, the whole LA stuff.
I used to feel that way about the Celtics. That's from birth, and then moving here with the Pistons-Celtics rivalry. And from birth. Well, I was 5 years old. Wilt versus Russell, my first. And then as that morphed into, later years with, Doc versus Bird and those ridiculous series that the Sixers choked. And then, moving here, you just always hated the Celtics. That's why it was so weird to root for them, against the Brooklyn Nets. And I've rooted for them before against, like, LeBron when it was Cleveland.
Yeah.
So who do you have a team that, you love to see lose? And why? Is there... Because mine for the Toronto and Canada is kind of silly. I admit it.
No, but it's okay. That's what fandom is. It can be silly at times. Yeah. Why do you love this team? I don't know. I just do.
Right.
Why do you hate this team? I can't really put my finger on it. I just do. Because you can like players on a team. Yes, I mentioned Magic. Right. I love Magic.
Well, people just root for the jerseys anyway, for the most part. I mean,
they do now, yeah.
Yes. Well, even back then, I mean, you take a team that the Tigers of your youth. If you took those players, Gibby, Morris, and Trammell from your youth, and put them from the Cleveland Indians, you wouldn't like them. you loved the Cleveland Indians that time, even though they weren't very good.
Well,
but they'd be Tigers. Understand?
Yes. I rooted for Gibby when he went out to L.A.
Okay,
but
that's because he was originally
a Tiger.
Right. You root for the old English.
A Tiger.
Yeah, you root for the old English D. You don't necessarily root for the people who put on the old English D. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, you should. You're rooting for your team, no matter who.
Yes. Okay. So, but yeah, no. If LeBron came to the Pistons, I would have an issue.
Well, would you?
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Okay. I just said I would have an issue.
Okay. So did you? So you understand? There are certain people who had an issue with Chris Chelios coming to the Red Wings.
Sure, okay. I get that. Yeah,
but you still rooted for the team. You cheered when. If LeBron came here,
I would not root against them. I would root somehow in my mind. I would.
So 102, LeBron with the ball puts it up. Pistons win. You're cheering, right? That LeBron made the shot.
Yes, I'm cheering for the win.
Right. Okay.
So you're making this very difficult.
It's very easy. To me, actually, you root for whoever's on your jersey. I mean, if you transplanted every player from the Ohio State Buckeyes, and let's say they went to Michigan and vice versa, you would have rooted for those guys.
Eventually, they all make good decisions.
Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. That is the telephone number. Like I said, it's also the ticket text. Brad Holmes will join us at 8:02. Steve Eiserman at 7:35. Why I announced that backwards, I have no freaking idea. It's the Stony Jansen program, 97.1 ticket.
Yeah, the Heat won 92-106. Hey, it's John Jansen here. You guys know how much I brag about Level 1 Bank. It's my personal bank where I have my checking, my savings, and even my home mortgage. If you're looking to buy a new home or build a new home, if you're considering refinancing the home you're in, I highly recommend Level 1 Bank, and here's why. My mortgage experience with Level 1 Bank was outstanding. Got my initial mortgage with them, also refied with them, and the communication with my loan officer both times was outstanding. They were patient with me. They were creative in structuring my initial loan, and then both times they made sure I was getting the best available rate. Level 1 Bank has earned my trust for all of these reasons, and they also provide a wide variety of mortgage programs like first-time home buyer, new construction and renovation loans, jumbo loans, doctor loans. They even have a special mortgage program designed for first responders, medical professionals, teachers, and government or nonprofit employees. If you want to learn more about any of these programs, go to level1bank.com or give my buddy Dan Irvin a call at 866-707-LOAN. That's 866-707-LOAN. Level 1 Bank is a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Northville Lumber. Look at the drive this morning. We've got a disabled vehicle now affecting the 96 eastbound exit ramp just after M39. Also, a minor accident 75 northbound at the Clarkston Rest area. And in Dearborn, there's a broken water main enclosure, Dix at Miller Road. Northville Lumber is Michigan's truck stacking leader. Buy where the pros buy. Northville Lumber has the largest inventory, the best service, and the lowest price. Right now, you can get truck stacking as low as $159 per foot. Call Northville Lumber or visit northvillelumber.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
There's never been a better time to find out why BetMGM is the king of sportsbooks. Download the BetMGM app and place a $10 moneyline wager on any NBA playoff game. If either team hits a three-pointer in the game, you'll win $200 in free bets. Just use bonus code GATOR200 when you make your first bet. Sign up now and discover BetMGM's boosted odds specials, daily promotions, and more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code GATOR200 to win $200 if either team hits a three in any NBA playoff game. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued is non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. This excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
What's at the top of your home improvement list? Did you say better insulation? Because better insulation makes everything you do in your home better. Even just walking in the front door on a hot day. You could almost feel that refreshing air when I said it. Unfortunately, over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated, which means most of your indoor air leaks right out of your walls and attic, and that's costing you money. What are the signs that your current installation isn't cutting it? Was your house cold this winter? Is it hot and humid in the summer? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms on different floors? Are your energy costs too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. USA Premium Foam. And right now during Home Improvement Month, you can get free installation. You pay for the foam and the installation is free. But that ends May 31st. 1-800-USA-FOAM. That's 800-USA-FOAM or usaiinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
97.1 The Ticket and Beaumont's Student Heart Check program provides a healthy heart check for students whose families might not otherwise be able to afford it. Go to 971theticket.com, search Student Heart Check, and help make a difference in our community.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Granger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you. With supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, clickgranger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom. How the world connects.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Starting Stronger starts at AutoZone. They've got battery solutions for free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jansen. Download it today on the Odyssey app. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1, let's check in. We're talking about the Stanley Cup playoffs, and basically I have this ridiculous, and I'm not alone in this station, thirst, so to speak, that Canada doesn't win the Stanley Cup. I just think it's hilarious. They had it once since 1993, and it's not that I don't hate the teams or anything like that. It's not like my hate for the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I just find it more comical than like if the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup, I won't lose sleep over it.
It's nothing like you're a Detroit hope.
Yeah, true. But it's just, there have been times I've heard stories about, local, kids teams who go in tournaments in Canada and they just get like discriminated against because they're not Canadian.
Right.
All sorts of things, the hockey elite.
Yes.
And who knew that this was going to bring out this? Oh, so the Toronto hate for them is the same reason why people hate Michigan. That's from Scott. Stoney talking about arrogant fans, but he's a Michigan football fan. Get out of here with that nonsense.
That's your Michigan State basketball side that brought that out there, Stoney.
Yeah, well, it's nothing, I agree. I agree. A lot of Michigan fans are absolutely arrogant. I'm more of a realistic fan.
They're Iowa.
They're Iowa, exactly. Although they beat them, they'll beat them the championship. That team around here is Michigan. Crappy fans. Crappy fans. Sometimes they're unrealistic. Wow, a Wolverine saying he doesn't like the Lakers because of their arrogance? Funniest thing I've ever heard in a long time. That's Brian at work. Well, John's can be different because he actually played for Michigan, so he's allowed to be arrogant, I guess.
I do have that national championship.
Oh, wow. Where's the siren?
Yeah. One of the players I could not root for when he came here was Todd Bertuzzi. I just could not get over the cheap shot he delivered. That's from Sparty Steve. I actually like seeing the Lions lose in the same way I like watching Elmer Fudd constantly getting beat by her Rabbits. The topic is interesting, and sports is evolving to be less provincial and cheer for the local team. My kids and their friends have favorite players and different favorite teams, and not big on the local teams. I find we watch more of other teams that are competitive and much less of the Detroit teams. But did you think that back, a decade ago?
Yeah. Well, that's the competitiveness of our teams.
Correct.
I mean, we're going
that's
on a decade long here where it's been brutal.
We won a playoff series. We won a playoff game since, 2009? No, 2013, the Red Wings won a playoff game.
Game 16.
Yeah. Game 16, but we haven't won a series since 2013, I believe. Teams I love to see lose. Ohio State in anything, especially football. Green Bay because of Favre and Rodgers. Yankees because they always have to buy every other team's best players. They don't do that as much anymore. The Bears because their uniforms are trash and because it's Chicago. Michigan State in anything but especially everything.
I got a weird one.
Yeah?
And I just know it's back to my childhood, but I take great joy in the demise of the Baltimore Orioles.
Really?
Yes. And it goes back to the 83 season.
I get that.
Because the Tigers were a very good team in 83, but the Orioles just had a magical year. What was it, Mike Boddicker?
Yes.
It was the pitcher that came out of nowhere and kind of is the reason why they won that, I would say. I always respected Eddie Murray. I'm not a big fan of Cal Ripken. I just am not.
Right.
I don't know, them, and also, I don't know, I've got this orange fetish going on, but the Knicks. Like, these are two teams that were, like, great franchises and are revered as. And they're just awful.
I know. I thought you were going to say Washington football.
Well, that's the given.
That's the given because you're a Cowboy fan. Brad from House says, I still love watching the Penguins lose. I will always be an Ovechkin fan because I cannot stand Crosby. I think I can speak for most of us in Detroit and probably those in Philadelphia and Washington, too, who can't stand Sidney Crosby. Glenn in Highland, what's up?
Oh, I got to nominate and support Stoney. Dallas freaking Cowboys, the most overhyped of anything. Can't believe the coverage that team gets.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand them.
Especially with their original stadium, right? They left a hole in the roof so God could watch.
Yeah.
That always drove me. It wanted to make me vomit.
Oh, can't stand them.
Well, they did put a halo around the big house.
that lasted
yes, and removed it, yes.
Exactly. Well, the other arrogant thing when it comes to colors is if God isn't a Tar Heel, then why is the sky Carolina blue?
Yeah.
Who's more arrogant?
We haven't been Carolina fans here for about 6 months.
Yeah, we should be Ohio State fans with the gray. All right, it's time for news.
Well, you guys, a wild scene unfolded in Oakland County on Monday morning. 9 people were arrested after stealing several Camaros from a GM production facility in Lansing and then leading police on a high-speed chase. So multiple law enforcement agencies joined in on this chase. It went into Ingham, Livingston, and Oakland County. Eventually, police were able to use some of the road spikes to stop at least one of the vehicle. And then those people in the car took off on foot, of course, led a foot chase. And then the other drivers in these stolen vehicles, they kind of like separated into different groups. But eventually, 9 suspects were taken into custody and they're facing charges, including fleeing and eluding police, as well as receiving and concealing a stolen vehicle.
Wow, it almost sounds like a movie.
It does sound like a movie. Heist gone bad, yes.
All right, we get to this intersection. You go that way, you go that way.
Yes. Be a perfect movie. Authorities are still searching for the extremely dangerous murder suspect who escaped from an Alabama jail, and they have issued an arrest warrant for that jail official they now believe helped him escape. We talked about this story yesterday. So this inmate, Casey White, he was handcuffed when they left the jail with Vicky White. She is the facility's assistant director of corrections. And they left on Friday morning. They have not been seen since. Authorities have no idea where they are. The sheriff did issue an arrest warrant for Vicky White Monday morning on charges of permitting or allowing an escape. And there's some other details that I hadn't read yesterday that I think are very interesting. So Vicky White had planned to retire, and that Friday was her last day.
What?
Mm-hmm. The plot thickens. Did you hear that yesterday? I had not heard that. To me, it's like, okay, well, what a day to plan an escape.
The only thing I knew, we talked about
day.
this yesterday, was the fact that this guy there was no scheduled mental observation.
And that's where she said she was taking him out of the jail to this courthouse for this mental health evaluation, but that was never even scheduled in the first place. So there's a lot going on here. They do say, he is a very, very large man. They're hoping maybe that will, whether he changes his look or not, he's a big guy, and hopefully somebody will recognize the pair.
Or it could be the fuzzy handcuffs that she used.
Oh no. Listen to this. A pet duck is being credited for helping police solve a murder of a 91-year-old North Carolina woman who disappeared in 2020. So after searching for this woman for nearly 2 years, her body was discovered thanks to a pet duck. A duck got on the loose, and as its owners were chasing the duck around, they came across a container which contained her body. Yes. The sheriff said if I could give the duck a medal, I would, because that's how they found out that after the discovery of this woman's body, her granddaughter and her grandson-in-law were charged with first-degree murder. Oh, yeah. Speaking of ducks, this summer you can go check out the world's largest rubber duck.
Oh, wow.
It's coming to Michigan.
Does it float?
It sure does float, John. Her name is Mama Duck. She's 61 feet high, 69 feet wide, 79 feet long, and she weighs a little bit more.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Pounds.
Wow.
Yes, and she is going to be here for the Festival of Sail. She's going to make 2 stops here in Michigan, one in Alpena, along the shores of Lake Huron, July 15th through the 17th, and then another in Marquette, along Lake Superior, August 12th through the 14th. And you can also go check out a lot of cool ships as well, and boats, not just...
You say you can go see the tall ships?
Yes.
Gigantic rubber duck.
Exactly. Something to do this summer, You guys, Michigan's oldest living resident has passed away. I feel like I've had a lot of these old people stories.
Had a rash of these lately.
Yes, the oldest person in the world just passed away. Now we have a new oldest person in the world, and now Michigan's oldest person has passed away. Irene Dunham. She was a longtime Lansing resident. She died on Sunday at the age of 114. I need to know these people's secret, because this is my goal, and I think it's John's too. I don't know if yours. Me too.
That'd be nice, but when I see my dad at 95, it's like...
As long as I'm there mentally, I would love to be there till 100 at least, and then, hey, I'll go for 114. But
use the right lane to take exit 16 toward Losser Road.
In the U.S., she was also the oldest surviving student who attended the Bath Consolidated School before it was bombed in 1927. I had no idea what this was. I had to Google it last night because I never heard of this. Did you guys know about this school?
Take the exit, then turn left onto Northwestern Highway Frontage Road.
She survived a ton of things. Her story is incredible. So
At the light, use the middle lane to turn left onto Northwestern Highway Frontage Road.
Injured in the school bombing because she had a sore throat. She stayed home from school that day, so she survived that. She also developed colon cancer.
Turn left.
Survived that. She lived through the Great Depression, both World Wars. She lived through 2020, the pandemic here, and she survived that as well. And then to be 114. Pretty incredible.
At the light, turn right onto Losser Road.
Oldest Michigander.
I don't know.
I
Thank
you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, John.
It's still going.
Thank you, Greg Knott. All right. Thank you, Heather. All right. Steve Eisman will join us at 7:35. Brad Holmes at 8 o'clock. Coming up next, did the Lions do something premature? 97.
In 2.6 miles, turn left onto Melrose Avenue.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Tonight at the Pro Basketball Playoffs, Game 2 of the Western Conference Semifinal Series between Golden State and Memphis. Golden State holding a 1-0 series lead. Golden State a 2-point road favorite. Total now sitting at 227. And I'd like to bet the over in this game. I like the over quite a bit. I think we could see games played in this series in the 240s. We saw Golden State star forward get ejected at the end of the first half in game number 1. He plays in the second half of this game coming up. That really helps Golden State's offense. I think we see a points bonanza, so I want to go over 227. The over coming up game 2 between Golden State and Memphis. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Don't rely on just your cell phone to connect to the internet. Enjoy a year of free high-speed home internet service when you add one line of unlimited mobile with 5G for only $30 a month when you qualify for the Affordable Connectivity Program. That's right. Get fast, reliable home internet for free when you add one line of unlimited mobile with 5G for only $30 a month. Add now to get this incredible deal so you can enjoy more streaming, gaming, chatting, sharing, and everything else that you love for less. With free high-speed internet at home and unlimited mobile with 5G, you never have to settle for just one. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 5/8/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet 50 megabits per second customers with an Xfinity Mobile Unlimited line. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet required. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage.
Hi, I'm David Hall. Homeowners call Home First to unlock the equity in their home with a cash-out refinance. Our speed and service is the very best, and our ability to close your loan in as little as 8 business days is unmatched. Let Michigan's most trusted mortgage company work for you. Call Hall First at 866-CALL-HALL, or you can chat with us online right now at call.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Melrose Avenue.
NMLS number 1467435.
Was your home listed on the market with a realtor who just couldn't get it sold? Don't give up. Call me, Mark Z. Get your home sold.
Your happiest spring starts at Lowe's because SpringFest is on now. Find everything you need this season at a great low price like the Craftsman 20-volt string trimmer for just $99. And grab select Miracle-Gro Brilliant Blooms 25-ounce annuals, 2 for $10. Come into Lowe's today for the fun and savings of SpringFest. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Miracle-Gro offer in-store only. Plant size selection varies by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last about 4/28 through 5/4.
At CDW, we get back and work works for everyone.
I work in IT, and since we switched to Mac, the text messages I'm getting are a lot more positive. Sales is happy because Mac works with all their apps. Finance is happy to get power without the big price tag.
And CDW configured every device to work right out of the box.
Is there an emoji for that?
I use the unicorn. IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Get a great deal on Mac for your business at cdw.com/getmac.
This hour, visit feedback brought to you by Mike Monroe, National Benefit Plans. Call 877-734-2200.
Turn left onto Melrose Avenue. Then turn right.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
The Tigers return to Comerica Park this evening, taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Why are we back here?
In a quarter mile, turn right.
Of course, they play them every year for some strange reason. It's a rivalry that they made up. Michael Pineda on the line, come out for the Tigers, going against Bryce Wilson for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Tigers did make some roster moves. Tyler Alexander was put on the injured list. He's got an arm problem. Gee, who doesn't? And now joining Mize and Manning on that list.
Turn right. Then turn left.
Garneau, the third string catcher, been designated for a site. The rosters have to shrink a little bit. And don't be surprised to see, one of the guys from Toledo, obviously, Alex Faedo looked good in his last start down here.
Turn left. Then keep left.
Like that, Wentz, maybe one of those guys coming up to take the place of
Keep left.
Alexander. NBA playoffs last night, Miami over Philly by 14. Phoenix
Arrived.
Dallas by 7. Luka had 45 in the loss. Those will be first game for those Series, and the Stanley Cup playoffs began last night. Toronto shutting out Tampa. Carolina over Boston by 4. Those teams won at home. The West, not so much. 2 games were won by the road team. The Blues shut out Minnesota 4-0, and the LA Kings defeating the Oilers 4-3. Like I mentioned, we'll have Brad Holmes coming on at 8 o'clock. Steve Eiserman at 7:35, talking about coaching change. I did see this. You know, we were joking about it earlier, but the Athletic has a new 2023 mock draft. And what's amazing about this is all these mock drafts, and you know, this is pretty much the same as last year at this time, just loaded with quarterbacks. The one thing I didn't understand, and maybe you saw, look, I saw him play a little bit, but I didn't see him play last year that much. But like C.J. Stroud is number 1 over Bryce Young. They have the Lions having Bryce Young as their pick because they're second. They go by the reverse Super Bowl odds. That's how they came up with the order. You know, because, and the reason Bryce Young is behind Stroud, they say, is because of his size. But what's surprising is the third quarterback going in the top 5, and I saw this for another mock yesterday, Will Levis.
Yeah.
Quarterback of Kentucky. Is he that good? I mean, he couldn't be that Clifford in Penn State.
I mean, he's got some of the things that are still. Well, he can run, and he's a taller quarterback. So when you have a tall quarterback